stays the
Okay,
same.
now we are working on
Power
how
becomes
to
q minus 5 to the power
basically go
over
from
m
exponents
is equal
to
to n.
log and log
Now,
to exponents. Okay,
that doesn't
so
quite match
if you
what
remember, we
I'm
did this
trying to do
bump and
here.
shuffle
So what I'm
thing.
going to do, I'm
So
going
you
to
basically
multiply
bump
on
the
both
power
sides my
in front and
exponent
you
with m.
shuffle
M and m
the value
cancel.
of
The
c.
reason why I have a 1 here,
So what
because
I
of
mean by
invisible
that
math,
is the
1,
c is
just the number
shuffled
1,
close to the
also has
log,
a power of 1.
power stays, sorry,
100
the base
also has a
stays the
power of 1.
same,
Okay, that's 1.
and the b is bumped
So
over
we
here.
have p
Okay, so
q
let's
minus
try
5 is
this
equal to
question.
n to the
We
power of
bump
m,
our
and
x,
that
which
should
gives
be
us
my
x is equal
answer,
to
and I can
shuffle
see
our
that it's
n.
option
It's going to
B.
be log base 4 of n.
Okay, let's move
Now
on.
this one,
The equation
guys,
is given to us. Pause the
shuffle
video and
or
try
bump
this on your
and
own.
shuffle. So x is equal to
So
log
we're gonna bump
base
and shuffle it
24
back so that it can be
6y.
log, right? So
Now in this
log
case, remember
base 4
our exponent
shuffled
is on 2,
y
not on 3.
3x.
So we need to isolate
Doesn't
our
look quite
exponent.
the same
We
because we need
divide
to
both
isolate
sides
our
by
x.
3. 3 divided
3
by
and
3
3
is
cancel,
1.
and we have
Y
log
over
base
3 is
4
equal to
y
2
over 3,
power
which
x.
is option D.
So we do the bump and
Okay.
shuffle again, bump and shuffle, and we get
Let's try
x is
changing
equal
our
to
base
log
of log. Now,
base
if you
2
guys remember,
y over
when we
3.
had
Okay,
normal or natural
let's go
logs,
from
it
log
has a
to
base of 10
exponents now.
always.
So our
But
base is
if we
gonna stay
have a
the
log
same.
which has a base of 3,
This
that's not
is
natural
gonna
anymore.
go back because it
And
did
what we
bump,
did
right?
in that
And then
case,
we're
like
gonna
let's say you
shuffle
were
this
trying
and
to
it's gonna
find
be equal to 100,
log base 10,
which is true, right?
10.
So
You will just go to the
let's move
calculator,
this back.
click on the
K is
log
gonna be
button, and do
isolated.
log 10, right? But if you have
And
log
then
base
we're
3,
gonna have our
10, what
m
you'll do
bumped
is
on x, so it's
y1
gonna be x to the power of m.
math alpha math.
Now in this case, isolate your log. Always make sure you do that. So 4 divided by 4,
Remember, math
16
alpha
divided by 4
math,
is
right?
4
And then that
log
would give you log
base
an empty box
b
and another empty
9 is
box,
equal
and
to
you'll
4.
do 3 and 10
Now we
to
can
get your answer.
bump
But
and
if you
shuffle.
forgot
So we
this,
can do
what
log,
you could do is
if we're
put
turning
your
it into an exponent,
change of base identity
base
into play.
b to the power of 4
So
is
your
equal
base
to 9.
is going to become
Awesome.
your denominator.
So now this is an equation given to us. We need to figure out how we'll write it in exponent form.
Let's try doing this question.
We want to isolate our log, right?
Okay.
So we'll subtract both sides by 5, which gives me m log base t, n is equal to q minus 5, because 5 minus 5 is 0. Now m is stopping me, so I'm gonna get rid of m. M and m cancel. I have log
just put in the
base
calculator.
p
And
n
the way
is
you
equal
put it in
to
the calculator
q
is
minus
going to
5
be log
over m.
10
Now I can bump and shuffle, right? Base stays the same.
bracket starts
Power
log 10,
becomes
5, and then
q
whatever
minus
answer you
5 to the
get,
power
you're going to multiply
over
it
m
by 4,
is equal to
and
n.
that should be your answer.
Now that doesn't quite
Same
match what
information is
I'm
provided
trying to do
How
here.
can you put
So
it
what
in
I'm
the
going to do,
calculator?
I'm
And
going
you
to
can check your
multiply
work
on both sides
by using
my
math alpha math.
exponent with m. M and m cancel. The reason why I have a 1 here,
We'll talk
because
about
of invisible math,
laws in the
1,
next video.
just the number 1 also has a power of 1. 100 also has a power of 1. Okay, that's why. So we have p q minus 5 is equal to n to the power of m, and that should be my answer, and I can see that it's option B. Okay, let's move on. The equation is given to us. Pause the video and try this on your own. So we're going to bump and shuffle it back so that it can be log, right? So log base 4 shuffled y 3x. Doesn't look quite the same because we need to isolate our x. 3 and 3 cancel, and we have log base 4y over 3, which is option D. Okay. Let's try changing our base of log. Now, if you guys remember, when we had normal or natural logs, it has a base of 10 always. But if we have a log which has a base of 3, that's not natural anymore. And what we did in that case, like let's say you were trying to find log base 10, 10. You'll just go to the calculator, click on the log button and do log 10, right? But if you have log base 3, 10, what you'll do is y1 math, alpha math. So not that tricky to remember. Math, alpha math, right? And then that would give you log, an empty box, and another empty box, and you'll do 3 and 10 to get your answer. But if you forgot this, what you could do is put your change of base identity into play. So your base is going to become your denominator, and your numerator is just gonna be c. Okay, so let's try doing this question using this. Okay, so it's gonna be 4 times log base 10 173 over log base 10 5. Okay, and then you just solve for it. You just put it in the calculator, and the way you'll put it in the calculator is going to be log 10 173 divided by bracket starts log 10 5, and then whatever answer you get, you're going to multiply it by 4, and that should be your answer. Okay, same information is provided here. How can you put it in the calculator? And you can check your work by using Math Alpha Math. Okay, we'll talk about laws